Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And today we're going to talk about what that moon is doing April 20th through April 26th, 2020, the year of craziness, right? Okay, so before I get there, though, I want to take a moment and thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments. They really mean so much to me. It shows me that you appreciate my time and my energy. It helps my analytics, but most importantly, it helps to connect your energy with mine so that when I sit and I meditate, I actually write down the names of the people that have left me comments so that I can really tap into your energy and get messages that are more likely to resonate for you. And so I appreciate you helping me to do that. The other thing I want to really encourage is that you always check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. There are different aspects that will resonate more for you at different times, but it's really important to really check out all the aspects of your chart. The sun sign is the core of you. It's your lens through which you view the world. It's how you kind of just see things. But the rising sign, that you need to know what time you were born and where you were born. And what it does is it's determined by where the sun was on the horizon at that moment in time. That determines where your first house is, your second house, your third house. And so when I say things like, hey, Capricorn, this is in your fourth house, that would actually be Capricorn rising, that it would be in your fourth house. So knowing your rising sign, it's where you find your path to your destiny. That is where the planets line up at the different houses that tell you what it is that you need to work on and where you're going and how things are going to affect you. And so trying to get that information is really important key or tool, I guess, a tool that you can use to help you on your path through life, your journey, right? And then the moon sign is how you feel. It's how you react. It's how you're going to respond to the energies around you and the situations as they happen. And so when you go in, if you don't know what time you were born, they will ask you to put in 12 noon, and then you will get a moon. Okay, but the moon changes signs every 2.5 days. So if the moon doesn't seem like that's necessarily how you feel, check out the moon. So say it comes up as Aries and that doesn't quite track with you, then look at Taurus or look at Pisces on either side, because the moon may have changed signs that day. You can also kind of play around with what time it is, and you can tell whether or not the moon has changed signs that day. So that would help you narrow it down. So that's it for that. I did channel a message for you. They were like little TikTok videos today. They were so quick, these little snippets. So yours, all I saw was this brown dirt path. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, what is that? And I stared at it long and hard, and then I saw it going, and then I realized, oh, okay, I'm in a woods. There was a path in a woods. But it was really neat and tidy, very organized, very Capricorn. It went around the bend in the woods. It seemed a little denser, a little darker, and I thought, oh, I wonder where that goes, and I started down the path. And so I feel like being curious about where this week is going to go, knowing that you're on your path, knowing that you aren't going to know what's around the corner becomes important. So because the images were so short this week, like little videos, I used the Foxfire, the Kitsune Oracle to get more information for everybody. And what was interesting is another sign, and I don't recall at this point, got Beauty of Age. Maybe it was Libra. So Beauty of Age is about stepping into who you are and understanding the knowledge and the wisdom that you gain going through life is really beautiful, and you're beautiful at every age and stage. So it says, many people as they grow older begin to feel they must wither, but others dance into their elder years, finding partnerships and beginning new projects, allowing their true selves and eccentricities to come more and more clear, and we are buoyed up by their active, daring lives. You too will thrive, grow older, and dance. You too can become more beautiful as you age and defy the stereotypes that would have us wither and decline and become invisible to the world. Speak to the people, venture out, rebel against those who urge you to behave in ways that are not true to yourself. Make your life a divine shower of sparkling inspiration wherever you go, for as long as you're blessed to live. No, not this fate for you, beautiful one. Grow old and stay fully alive until the very last breath you take this time around on the planet. And Capricorn, I don't know if you know this, but Capricorns tend to live long lives. So, what is retirement age? I'm like, hey, it's just the next chapter, right? So whatever it is, it's just the next, you turn in the page. Just keep turning the page, keep chasing down those dreams, keep thinking about where you want to go and what you want to head with things. And so this week becomes really important about thinking what's the page that you want to turn. We have some really difficult energies, not going to lie. It's a horrible week. Astrologically speaking, it looks tough. So, but we do have a new moon, and that new moon is an opportunity to plan for something that we want to create in the next 18 months. So, turn the page, right? Be willing to explore and do things. Still recovering from COVID, sorry. All right, so the moon is going to move into Aries on Monday at 3 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S. So, it comes right into conjunction with Chiron, the wounded healer. Stuff is going to get stirred up. If you can remember back to anything that might have triggered you back on the 24th of March when the new moon in Aries came into conjunction with Chiron, you're probably going to be dealing with that crap again. So, what stirs up with you? People are going to speak harshly, rashly. There's like all this rash, harsh energy going on. And if you find yourself feeling really defensive about something, defensive reactions, denials, right? That's usually because you're hiding from something from yourself. And so if something triggers that feeling in you, kind of take the time to explore it, to see if you can't figure out what needs to be healed, what needs to be worked through at that time. So Tuesday, another really fun day. The sun is going to square off with, that's that tough, harsh energy with your ruling planet of Saturn. Only Saturn is now over there, and its other ruling sign of Aquarius, right? So it's a square off there. That's a lot of push me, pull me energy going on. There's going to be fear mongering. I just want to encourage everybody in the world to stay off of social media that day. It looks dicey at best. Okay, so there is this generalized sense of frustration. This is actually about where the moon is placed and what house it is in. This is a book that is written for year to year to year. So this isn't about right now COVID-19, and yet it is totally about COVID-19 because there is a sense of frustration at the inactivity. Something is out of your control and out of your own self-interest is taking place. Well, hello. That was like so appropriate. I just about fell out of my chair. Okay, so you're being asked to figure out what it is you need to release in your life. Where do you need to compromise? Where do you need to let something go? Is it an attitude? Is it an idea? Is it a relationship? Is it a job? What do you need to release and let go of? It could be around the arena of work, something to help bring in work-life balance, right? If you're a rising Capricorn rising, this is going to be around the area of your home, around the area of fun and romance and children, and around finding that work-life balance this week. Okay, so what do you need to release, to let go of in order to bring the peace and the sense of balance into your life, especially if it's around the area of around fun and romance, creativity. So are you being blocked? Creativity makes sense more than anything else, to be honest. That one feels right. Okay, so creativity. Where are you being blocked and stopped? What can you let go of? So is it that you are too organized? Do you not allow space in your life to be creative? Like, is everything down to the minute and organized? Like, I'm a Capricorn rising. I get that. So that's a possibility, right? So where do you need to allow for space for opportunities to come in? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Fun, romance, we have play. So where are you being too rigid and not allowing room for the fun, for the creativity, for the joy, for the romance to come into your life? So that's something to be really seriously thinking about. And then, excuse me, Wednesday continues with the tough energy. We've got the moon moving into Taurus at 6:59 p.m. And as it does so, it then goes into a square energy with Pluto. And it squares off with, well, actually, it's in Aries when it squares off with Pluto and with Jupiter. And then it's into Taurus when it squares off with Saturn, but it does it all on the same day. It's just some fast moving energy of just tough week. Okay, so I don't want that to let you be discouraged from planting your seeds of intention, because your seeds of intention would be in that fifth house of fun and romance and play, right? That's where Taurus is for you. It's also about fun and romance and play, but in a way that, what do you value? What do you value? It could be financial. It could be self-worth, self-esteem, but creating that balance between work and play and financial success without necessarily working yourself crazy. And maybe working from home so much is giving you a glimpse into how you would really like to have more balance, more time with your family, more time for fun. And so maybe that is a way that is looking at it. And so you're being asked to work smarter, not harder, to create this new beginning, to use economy of motion. As you realize that there's something that you want that is beyond this, that's through this. So writing down, what are you grateful for? Maybe you're grateful for the fact that now that you've gotten to spend some time at home, that you realize that you've been missing out on stuff working so hard. Or maybe, you're working so hard right now because you're in one of those jobs that haven't shut down, and you're like, I really appreciate my family when I do go home. So what are you grateful for? What is triggering this in you? The attitude of gratitude helps to raise your vibrational energy. It attracts in greater abundance to your life, higher vibrational opportunities. And so it is the law of attraction at work. So take advantage of it. Use it by really actually sitting down, writing out your blessings, and then write down what it is that you want to see your life looking like 18 months from now. You don't need the whole plan, but knowing where you're going, and then maybe taking the time over the weekend to figure out what the first couple of steps are. Sometimes I like to work a problem backwards, so maybe that works for you too. Like, okay, if that's the end goal, so say the goal is I want to pay off my credit cards in 18 months. Okay, so this is how much I owe. If I divide that out by 18 months, how much do I need? Okay, so then how am I going to get this money? What do I need to cut back? So you kind of go through that process, but it could be with anything. That's just an idea. But you have some kind of a plan, and you start working on it this weekend. It's really important. So you will be surprised, I think, by something that happens on Thursday that you're like, whoa, I didn't know I would feel that way about that. So the moon's going to be in conjunction with Uranus, sudden change, information, change, whatever, startling something is going to happen, and you might find that you're being asked to release something in the home arena something that you've worked for. So maybe it's a job, maybe it's your favorite piece of furniture, maybe it's an idea. There's something that in order to bring in what you want, you're going to need to release something. There is going to be a little bit of a sacrifice being looked at, and I think you're going to be surprised by how you feel about whatever that change is. You might be surprised, like, oh yeah, that's not a problem. Or you might be like, wow, I didn't know I really cared about that. So there's going to be something that comes up. Friday is actually a really nice energy day. And there's just all this beautiful trine energy. I mean, the moon's going to square off with Aries, but I mean, it's the nicest energy of the week. So we'll take what we can get, right? We'll take what we can get. So let's get you some guidance on, maybe this idea, this new moon intention that you're going to, when you write it down, that's a commitment that you made. That's a contract. And that's why I really always encourage you to write it down. And it's a commitment that you're making to yourself, that you're going to do this. And when you take the time to make the plan, wait, who am I talking to? I'm talking to the CEOs. You guys know this. It's always good to write things down, right? Okay, so you have unlimited ideas. So if they're saying, where do you want? It really doesn't matter, right? Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So what the heck do you want? This is like this is your year, Capricorn. It hasn't felt like it, but it is. It is your year. All this energy to create what you want for like the next decade. And this moon in, if you didn't get a chance to do it yet, if you haven't really taken advantage of the new moons, use this one, because Taurus new moon is represented by the Empress. That is fertile ground to grow whatever it is that you want that is of value to you. Unlimited ideas. You can have what you want. It's been the best reading so far today. There's been some tough stuff going on. So let's just keep it rolling here. All right. So take action. You're in touch with your truth in the situation. You need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. All right. That is for when that moon moves into Gemini on Saturday at 3:20 in the morning. So when you wake up, that moon will have done that. There's ideas coming to you, brilliant ideas. Pay attention to your dreams this week. That feels important. But ideas, things, what are you guided? Whatever it is, though, keep it to yourself and do the research, okay? Because Mercury is in a square with Pluto and in a square with Jupiter, and so communication is going to be difficult. It's not time to communicate your idea. It's time to research your idea. It's time to really get a good idea about what you want. There's an acceptance here with this. And it feels like the acceptance of divinely guided intuition. So make sure you're asking for the guidance this week to lead you, to make good decisions, to make good choices, to make good plans, so that you can have the growth, so that you could take this idea and grow it and expand it. So trust in yourself, believe that you can get there. It's a nice energy. All right. Then Saturday. Saturday, the sun is going to come in conjunction with Uranus, so expect some kind of another sudden, unexpected breakthrough. So we've had the one in your, oh, I didn't know I would feel that way. Now we have the, well, either a brilliant idea or something physical. Just, it could be global. Could be good, could be bad. So stay tuned for that. I never know what Uranus is going to do. Pluto does go retrograde in Capricorn on Saturday, and this is a good thing. This is an opportunity for the whole world to assess, to go through the debris of all the changes. We've got that happening, and then in May we've got Saturn going retrograde and Jupiter going retrograde, and so there's a chance for everybody to look at the chaos and be able to pick through the debris and figure out what was worth keeping and what do we need to let go. And so Pluto will be retrograde until October 4th, and then when it goes direct, it'll be a while before it gets to new ground. So we're going to kind of roll over the same ground. We're going to go back over, then we're going to go back over it again forward. So it's a really, in the middle of all this chaos and all this destruction, we will have the opportunity to lay that foundation. But you need to take care of yourself. You need to do things. So before this new moon, take a saltwater bath. Get the energy off of you. Go and sit with your back against a tree. Go for a walk. Do whatever it is that you do, because you have Auburn, and ground yourself. So you need to stay grounded. And grounded is also about taking your ideas out of the ethers and pulling them down into reality and actually manifesting and creating them. So grounding can be looked at a couple of different ways, but it does help to stay centered, stay in yourself. Find the way to find that work-life balance where you can have the play. Unlimited ideas and unlimited abundance. Abundance comes in the form of that joy in your heart when you know that your life is cooking along the way you want it to. It's not always about the money. In fact, it's rarely about the money. It's about how you feel and the relationships that you have. So I think this period of the world shutting down has given everybody a chance to do a little assessing, a little reevaluating, a little getting in touch with spirit. And I think that, there's real gifts to be found in this. So you take care of yourself, and I will see you back here next week. What's your big idea? Think about that, okay? And then write it down. All right, talk to you later.